my understanding in reading the law, the person could be waving to the police officer with a bong in one hand, his hand on the other, and telling him the police officer can't pull him over. Whereas if he held a beer up and waved to the police officer has probable cause to pull him over. That makes no sense. And what I asked the commissioner last year when this came up, sitting right there in that seat, is he aware of anyone ever getting intoxicated if the passenger's drinking? Is he aware when we were addressing the open container law, and I would ask the chair to give me a little leeway here. I asked, have you ever been aware of a situation where somebody drinking a beer as a passenger would get the driver drunk? No, that doesn't happen. Whereas somebody smoking marijuana in the back seat and the Cheech and Chong falling out of the van motif and the smoke bellowing out, that's not probable cause. But that, in fact, secondhand smoke can get that person intoxicated. Our police accountability bill told our police officers by the way, during COVID, they were told, don't pull people over needlessly because of this deadly virus. And as anybody who drove during that time period knows, speed increased because police were not enforcing the speed laws. Then we had the police accountability bill, which I thought was jammed through in a special session without sufficient input from, in all due respect to my colleagues on the other side, from concerns that we had. And the last one being qualified immunity. I've defended. I used to spend most of my time as a trial lawyer defending police officers who were sued for various things, whether it was excessive force, false arrest, and qualified immunity, which, by the way, was created by the Supreme Court by an African American justice. We want to encourage police officers to actively police. And even if they're mistaken, as long as it's reasonable, we'll give them immunity before trial. Our police accountability bill took that away and said that you're going to have to go to trial, and then maybe we can fix it afterwards. But that told police officers, and I used to do training at the Municipal Police Training Academy on the use of force. We told police officers, don't you stick your neck out because we're not protecting you. And you saw a, 50% decrease in enforcement, and we wonder why there are more deaths on our highways, and yet we're gonna focus on what I believe. Again, the good commissioner, we don't know this yet. I haven't seen the information. Another reason why I was so upset. But there were 7 fatalities, from what I understand, due to blood alcohol between 0.05 and 0.069 or 0.079. I haven't seen that. I'm certain the commissioner wouldn't lie to us, but I would like to see that data. Because I think, and actually the facts bear them out. The vast majority of deaths on our highways are due to a lack of enforcement and higher speed. And there's no disputing that. If you look at all the facts, there is no disputing the fact that we've got higher speed, which causes more death, and less enforcement, which causes more speed. That is the biggest reason our deaths are at a record. The simplest way to describe what this does is it allows a police officer, if they see someone smoking marijuana, smoke bellowing out. We all have been driving down the streets and smell it coming out of vehicles. I shouldn't say all, I don't want to, but maybe some of you don't travel the city much. I will tell you, in Stamford, I'm driving, or I'm walking to church, or I'm walking to buy lunch. I smell wafts of marijuana coming out of vehicles. And right now, as the law stands, a police officer can't pull that person over. That's insanity. That makes no sense to anybody. Why? What are we doing here? So, this direct, limited amendment doesn't touch the BAC. It simply allows a police officer, if you see him drinking, a driver drinking, you can pull him over. If you see a driver smoking dope or his passengers, you can pull him over. This will make our streets safer. This, I guarantee you, will save lives. Guaranteed. I know I'm a little passionate about this, but if we really care, I know you all do. I don't mean it that way, but if you really want to impact the safety of our roadways, this will do it.